The Cipher of Stars. Chapter 1: The Mysterious Transmission. In the endless expanse of space, far beyond the blue marble of Earth, Captain Alexei Petrov gazed out of the panoramic viewport of the space station Orion. The stars, like distant fireflies, twinkled against the cosmic canvas, a sight that never ceased to fill him with awe. Alexei, once a revered pilot in the great space race, now commanded this outpost in the void, a role that married solitude with the thrill of discovery. It was during one of these quiet shifts, as he reminisced about the adrenaline-fueled days of competing to conquer space, that the Orion received something extraordinary. The communication panel, usually displaying routine updates and mundane system checks, flickered alive with an urgency that sliced through the station's usual hum. "Captain, you need to see this," called Lieutenant Yulia Ivanova, her voice laced with a mixture of excitement and disbelief. Alexei turned from the viewport, his eyes meeting Yulia's. In them, he saw a reflection of his younger self, hungry for the unknown, eager to etch his name in the annals of space exploration. As he approached the main console, the crew gathered, their usual tasks forgotten. The screen displayed a series of symbols, alien in their construct, pulsating with an eerie glow. They were not the familiar icons of human languages or the mathematical precision of universal codes known to science. These were different, they spoke of an intelligence unknown, a message from the depths of space. Alexei's heart raced, a feeling he hadn't experienced since his days as a pilot, navigating the uncharted territories of space. "Record this transmission, analyze the patterns," he ordered, his voice steady despite the storm of excitement raging within him. Dr. Lena Zhukov, the station's chief linguist, leaned closer to the screen, her brow furrowed. "It's unlike anything I've seen," she murmured, more to herself than to anyone else. "Could it be?" Her voice trailed off, leaving a question hanging in the air, a question that had plagued humanity since they first looked up at the stars. Are we alone? The crew worked with a newfound fervor, their tasks infused with the possibility of being on the precipice of one of the greatest discoveries in human history. Alexei watched them, pride swelling in his chest. This crew, a tapestry of Earth's finest minds, was now united by a common, exhilarating quest. As the Orion hurtled through space, wrapped in the silence of the cosmos, inside, its heart beat to the rhythm of a newfound mystery. And at the helm stood Captain Alexei Petrov, a man who had once raced to the stars, now poised to unlock their secrets. The transmission, a beacon in the dark, whispered promises of the unknown, and in that moment, Alexei knew that their lives, their very understanding of the universe, was about to change forever. Chapter 2: Decoding the Unknown. In the sterile calm of the Orion space station, Captain Alexei Petrov and his crew set about unraveling the enigma of the alien transmission. The symbols, pulsing on the screen in a rhythm that seemed almost sentient, became the center of their world. Around them, the vastness of space held its breath, as if awaiting the outcome of this cosmic puzzle. Dr. Lena Zhukov, with her keen linguistic insight, led the initial analysis. "These patterns," she mused aloud, "they don't adhere to any linguistic structure we know of. It's as if they are meant to be felt, not just seen or heard." Her words echoed in the cramped confines of the lab, a space filled with screens and equipment that suddenly seemed archaic in the face of this otherworldly communication. As hours turned into days, the crew's initial excitement gave way to a blend of frustration and awe. They pored over every known language, ran algorithm after algorithm, but the symbols remained elusive, a riddle from the stars that refused to be solved. It was during one of these long nights that Dr. Elena Kova, a historian and cryptologist, noticed something that made her heart skip a beat. She called Alexei over, her voice a mix of hesitation and excitement. "Captain, look at this," she said, pulling up images of old space race documents. "See these symbols? They bear a striking resemblance to a forgotten language used during the space race. It was a code, a way to communicate securely." The revelation sent a ripple of shock through the crew. The possibility that these alien symbols had ties to Earth's own history of space exploration was both thrilling and unsettling. Alexei, with a contemplative frown, pondered the implications. "If these symbols are connected to our past," he said slowly, then what does that say about our present, our future? The team delved into the archives, unearthing dusty files and translating forgotten codes. As they worked, a picture began to emerge, one that linked the cryptic symbols to a time when humanity first reached for the stars. The symbols spoke of exploration, of a journey not just through space, but through the fabric of time itself. Amidst the whirlwind of discovery, Alexei couldn't shake off a sense of foreboding. The transmission, with its ties to Earth's past, hinted at a connection far deeper and more complex than any of them had anticipated. It was a message that crossed the boundaries of time and space, a message that, perhaps, they were always meant to receive. Yet, for all their progress, the true meaning of the transmission remained just out of reach, a tantalizing mystery that continued to hold its secrets close. It was a puzzle that spoke not only of the vastness of the universe but also of the enduring human spirit, a spirit that looked to the stars and dared to dream of the impossible. Chapter 3: Unforeseen Consequences. The Orion space station, once a haven of scientific pursuit and cosmic exploration, began to falter. The alien symbols, though undeciphered, had started to exert an inexplicable influence on the station systems. Lights flickered, screens glitched, and the gentle hum of machinery turned erratic. It was as if the station itself was reacting to the presence of the mysterious code, a cosmic allergic reaction to an unknown element. Captain Alexei Petrov, a man who had faced the challenges of space with unyielding resolve, found himself wrestling with a situation that defied logic. The crew, too, felt the growing strain, their scientific curiosity now shadowed by the creeping dread of the unknown. The first major incident struck without warning. The life support system, the very heart of the station, began to malfunction. Alarms blared, a piercing sound that cut through the tension like a knife. The crew scrambled, their training kicking in, as they worked desperately to stabilize the system. Dr. Lena Zhukov, her eyes wide with alarm, turned to Alexei. "The symbols, they're interacting with our technology in ways we can't predict," she said, her voice steady despite the chaos. Alexei nodded, his mind racing for solutions. "Keep trying to decode them," he instructed, "but prioritize our safety. We need to be prepared for anything." As Alexei coordinated the efforts to keep the station operational, a sense of unease settled over the crew. The once familiar corridors of the Orion felt alien, as if the very walls whispered secrets in a language they couldn't understand. Despite the challenges, the crew's determination never wavered. They were a diverse group, each member handpicked for their expertise and their ability to face the unknown. From Dr. Elena Kova, the cryptologist whose insight had revealed the connection to Earth's space race, to Lieutenant Yulia Ivanova, whose technical skills were now more crucial than ever, each played a vital role in keeping the station, and their mission, alive. In the midst of the turmoil, Alexei couldn't help but feel a deep connection to the symbols. They were more than just a scientific anomaly, they were a message, a bridge across the void of space and time. He wondered if their sender had faced similar challenges, if they too had looked up at the stars with a mixture of wonder and fear. The Orion continued its orbit, a speck of metal and humanity floating in the vast ocean of space. Inside, its crew worked tirelessly, a testament to the resilience and ingenuity of the human spirit. They were far from home, surrounded by the unknown, but they were not defeated. The mystery of the symbols beckoned, a cosmic siren song that promised answers to questions they hadn't yet thought to ask. In this crucible of science and survival, Alexei and his team forged ahead, driven by the unquenchable human desire to know, to explore, to understand. The Orion, with its flickering lights and temperamental systems, was more than a space station, it was a vessel of discovery, sailing uncharted celestial seas, guided by the enigmatic light of a distant, alien beacon. Chapter 4: The Cosmic Anomaly. Amid the chaos of failing systems and flickering lights on the Orion space station, a breakthrough shimmered into clarity. The alien symbols, a spectral puzzle that had consumed their every waking moment, finally yielded their secrets under the relentless scrutiny of Captain Alexei Petrov and his team. The glyphs transformed into coordinates, a map leading to a cosmic anomaly, a tear in the very fabric of space and time. The revelation sent a wave of stunned silence through the crew. Dr. Lena Zhukov, her eyes reflecting the data on the screen, whispered in disbelief, "It's not just a message. It's a warning." The symbols, once enigmatic and elusive, now spoke of a danger vast and incomprehensible, a celestial storm that threatened to engulf them. Alexei stood motionless, the weight of command heavier than ever. This was no longer a mere scientific endeavor, it was a race against an unseen, unfathomable opponent. The coordinates pointed to a sector of space not far from their current position, a region unmarked on any star chart, a void on the cosmic map where the laws of physics seemed to fray at the edges. In the midst of the mounting tension, Alexei's mind drifted to a memory, a classified incident from his piloting days. He recalled a mission, shrouded in secrecy, where he had encountered anomalies in space, distortions that had defied explanation. The memory, buried under years of silence, now resurfaced with alarming relevance. The sensations of that day, the disorientation, the awe, the fear, mirrored the emotions that gripped him now. Gathering his crew, Alexei shared his experience, his voice steady yet tinged with an undercurrent of urgency. "Years ago, I faced something similar," he began, "anomalies in space that we couldn't explain. We thought it was a glitch, a trick of light and gravity. But now, I believe we were wrong. We were on the edge of discovering something monumental, and today, we stand on that same precipice." The team listened, rapt, as Alexei recounted his tale. Dr. Elenikova, her eyes wide with realization, interjected, "The space race era. It wasn't just about reaching the stars. It was about understanding these anomalies, wasn't it?" Her question hung in the air, a piece of the puzzle slotting into place, connecting their present predicament with a past shrouded in mystery and governmental secrecy. With the stakes now clear, the crew's resolve solidified. They were no longer mere observers and researchers, they were guardians standing at the frontier of human exploration and survival. The coordinates, a siren call to the unknown, beckoned them to venture forth, to confront the anomaly that lurked in the shadows of space. Plans were drawn, strategies debated. Every member of the Orion contributed, their expertise a tapestry of hope against the looming threat. They would navigate to the anomaly, armed with knowledge, courage, and the will to face whatever lay beyond the known universe. In the cold, silent expanse outside the station, stars twinkled with indifferent beauty, oblivious to the drama unfolding within the metal confines of the Orion. Inside, human minds worked feverishly, a testament to the indomitable spirit that had propelled their species to the stars. They were explorers, pioneers on the final frontier, ready to face the cosmic anomaly that beckoned with a dark, enigmatic whisper. As the Orion prepared to embark on this perilous journey, Alexei looked out into the vastness of space, a realm that had been his home and his passion. It was a universe of wonders and dangers, of mysteries and marvels. And now, it was the stage for their greatest challenge yet, a dance with the unknown, a rendezvous with destiny. Chapter 5, Bridging Time. In the heart of the Orion space station, Captain Alexei Petrov and his crew raced against time to devise a strategy to counteract the cosmic anomaly that lay in wait, hidden in the uncharted territories of space. The atmosphere aboard was electric, charged with a mix of trepidation and determination. Each member of the crew, from the engineers to the scientists, contributed to the plan, their diverse expertise coalescing into a singular purpose. Their strategy was audacious, a blend of theoretical physics and daring ingenuity. They would approach the anomaly, using the station's propulsion systems to generate a counter-frequency, hoping to stabilize or possibly close the tear in space-time. The plan was not without risks, the anomaly was a wild card, its effects unpredictable, its power immense. As preparations progressed, Alexei found himself grappling with a maelstrom of thoughts. The parallels between this mission and the classified incident from his past were too stark to ignore. He remembered the awe he had felt when he first encountered the strange distortions in space, a young pilot on the cusp of the unknown. Now, as a seasoned captain, the weight of responsibility bore down on him. He wondered if the choices he made today would become a footnote in the annals of space exploration or a cautionary tale of hubris. The crew worked tirelessly, calibrating instruments, running simulations, and double-checking every calculation. The station transformed into a hive of activity, every corridor and compartment echoing with the urgency of their mission. Lieutenant Yulia Ivanova, her face a mask of concentration, oversaw the technical adjustments, her hands steady despite the enormity of the task. Dr. Lena Zhukov and Dr. Elena Kova, their expertise more vital than ever, analyzed the data, searching for any clue that might give them an edge. The alien symbols, once a cryptic message, now served as a guide, a beacon leading them to this moment of reckoning. As the Orion neared the coordinates, the anomaly loomed before them, a swirling maelstrom of light and shadow, a tear in the very fabric of the cosmos. It was a sight both terrifying and mesmerizing, a testament to the untamed forces that govern the universe. The crew held their breath as Alexei gave the order to initiate their plan. The station's engines hummed to life, a deep, resonant sound that filled the air. The counter-frequency began to emit, invisible waves of energy rippling out towards the anomaly. In those moments, Alexei felt the weight of every decision, every command he had ever given. This was more than a mission, it was a confrontation with the unknown, a challenge to the very limits of human courage and ingenuity. The Orion shuddered as the anomaly responded, its swirling colors fluctuating, pulsating with a rhythm that seemed almost alive. The crew watched, transfixed, as the boundary between science and the unknown blurred, as they stood on the precipice of a discovery that could redefine humanity's place in the cosmos. In the heart of the anomaly, where time and space danced a chaotic ballet, the fate of the Orion and her crew hung in the balance, a testament to the relentless human quest for knowledge, a journey that spanned the stars and reached into the depths of the unknown. Chapter 6: The Revelation. As the Orion space station stabilized, the cosmic anomaly before them began to change. The swirling maelstrom of colors and light calmed into a steady, pulsating glow. Captain Alexei Petrov and his crew watched in awe, their hearts racing with a mix of fear and fascination. The counter-frequency had worked, but the true nature of the anomaly was yet to reveal itself. In the ensuing moments, the anomaly transformed into a clear, stable portal, revealing a glimpse into another time, another place. The crew, gathered around the viewing screen, were speechless as they peered into what appeared to be a future Earth, vastly different from the one they knew. Dr. Lena Zhukov, her eyes wide with disbelief, broke the silence. The messages. They were not just warnings. They were invitations, she whispered. The realization dawned on the crew that the alien symbols were not from a distant civilization but from their descendants, reaching back through time to connect with their ancestors. Alexei, his mind reeling from the revelation, felt a profound connection to the future. He thought of the classified mission from his past, the unexplained anomalies he had encountered. It all made sense now. His journey, his life's work, had been leading to this moment, a bridge between the past and the future. The portal flickered, showing scenes of advanced technology, peaceful societies, and a harmony between humanity and the universe that was almost utopian. It was a vision of what could be, a promise of a future that was within their grasp. Amidst the wonder, Alexei felt a pang of melancholy. This glimpse into the future was bittersweet, a reminder of the fleeting nature of time and the relentless march of progress. He wondered about the decisions and sacrifices that lay ahead, the choices that would shape this potential future. Dr. Elena Kova, her gaze fixed on the portal, spoke softly, "We have a responsibility now. We've been given a glimpse of what we could achieve, the heights we could reach." Her words resonated with the crew, a solemn vow to carry the knowledge of this experience into their lives, to influence the course of humanity's future. As the portal slowly began to close, the crew of the Orion took one last look at the future, a world they would never see but would always be a part of. The anomaly faded, leaving behind a trail of stars, a canvas of endless possibilities. In the aftermath, the Orion resumed its journey through the stars, its mission forever altered by the encounter. Alexei, a man who had once raced towards the future, now carried its echo within him, a beacon guiding him through the vast expanse of space. The Orion and her crew returned to Earth, their story becoming a legend, a tale of bravery and discovery at the edge of the known universe. They had touched the future, bridged the gap between time, and in doing so, had changed the course of history. As the Orion descended towards Earth, Alexei looked out at the blue planet, a world teeming with life and potential. He knew that the future was not written in the stars, but in the actions and dreams of those who dared to reach for them. The Orion's journey had ended, but the story of humanity's quest to understand the universe was just beginning.